haunting stuff has been happening as of yet. Don't hear anything. Really don't want to. Good morning. We're out today celebrating our 6 years on YouTube.
By running errands and counting down our top 10 videos so far.
Okay, one's our top 10, but you'll have to figure out which one that is. And when you find out what it is, let us know whether or not you thought it should have been a top 10. We're hoping you get to know us better and maybe find a video or two you might have missed.
If you're new here, welcome.
Thank you. We have a lot of fun showing you interesting attractions and events, and we always keep it positive.
If you've been a subscriber for a long time, thank you. Your support has meant so much to us.
And now to the errands top 10 countdown day.
We're Jim and Vanessa. Thanks for taking the off-ramp to adventure. Our first stop is the post office. Well, that's kind of a Saturday for us. We have bills to pay, we have things that we need to do.
Now, unfortunately, when you've got a car payment, they want you to make a payment, so. It's starting to snow again. Not what we need. Like it? Can you say brrr? Bet you can. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, one of our favorite places, Metamora, Indiana. What's hard for us to remember is there are 30 to 40 people who actually live in this town full time. This could be someone's house that we're trying to trespass on, so. Well, supposedly, again, this town is haunted. Haunted. We're getting a chill. It's not from the weather, though. It's pretty steamy, but there's something going on. It's so small, yet so much is going on. If you ever come to Metamora, they do have bed and breakfast. They've got all kinds of dining. You're definitely going to have a fun time here, just walking around the town. You can do this for 2 or 3 days. I know I can spend it in a day. How about you?
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock and it's kind of clearing out right now.
Yeah, but we're not done yet. That is the canal. It still has a boat that goes up and down. This at one time was an important waterway for agriculture. Eventually, though, they figured out the railway was the best way. What's something you really liked about Metamora? There was so much there.
Each time we go, it's just one of those towns that, you just love to be there.
This has that special kind of old world charm.
There's always something new. Number 9
is one of the most dangerous raceways there ever was, as opposed to one of the greatest speedways that ever was.
It's all led to this.
It's one of those kind of cool things that just happen. For those of you who've never been to a racetrack, it's kind of like a football stadium or something like that on steroids. Look at all these seats. Just goes on literally for what, 2.5 miles? We are here, we found it. Trouble is, it's got new owners and it's got these barrels up. We don't want to go past the barrels. We don't want to be trespassing. Of course, the trespassing sign is further down there, but this is so cool. I want to get so close. The Jungle Park Speedway opened in 1926 near Sugar Creek, about an hour west of Indianapolis, kind of in the middle of nowhere, as a half-mile oval with quarter-mile oval in its infield. 8 Jungle Park veterans went on to win the Indianapolis 500. It closed after one last, what was described as a horrific accident in 1960. To give you an idea of the sense of community back then, according to what we found, one car went off the track, flipped, and caught fire, not having much, if any, safety equipment. People ran to put out the fire with beer.
We didn't get to tour completely.
There was no trespassing allowed, and we don't want to trespass, so yeah.
Our second stop is the coffee shop.
Which one? Where you get the white mocha latte and stuff like that? Yeah.
On occasion I get those. I'm actually just gonna get coffee. I think we woke up this morning, it was 6. It is now
15 degrees.
Hi, thanks for choosing Starbucks today. How can I help you?
Can we get a tall coffee, please? One of the most important things we're going to be doing is running into Kohl's and spending some Kohl's cash.
Next stop on our Saturday journey, we're heading in here to Kohl's.
Store with the magic.
And we're gonna go shopping.
Shopping! While we're shopping, check out this vintage gas station we found. You won't believe what we found inside. Welcome to the Central Garage. Built in 1933, no longer a garage, but they have kept it mint and original. Okay, we're in. Oh wow, look at this place. What did I tell you guys? This is, I'm Batman. He's already been here. Quarter ride. This place is so fantastic. Vanessa and I came in here the other day. It was just like blowing us away. And we asked permission and got to come back. And this refrigerator, a Norge. I haven't seen a Norge. I think I was a kid the last time I saw one. If you're into antiques like we are, oh, this place is a find. Look at that Texaco. Love that. So much in here. I'm losing my mind, man. I don't know where to look. Little history, guys. This car here, there was a place called Fountain Ferry in Louisville years ago. There's an amusement park. This was one of the actual cars that was on a track that ran. Looks like it actually had real headlights and everything. Wow. And this is Rosebud. Don't know what this is, but I love it. 1912 classic. Oh man, it's got the white-to-wall tires too. For those of you wondering what we got a couple of brand new little area rugs and $10 in Kohl's cash. On the subject of our snowmageddon that we had to go through, it talked about, was it 12 to 18 inches of snow? We wound up with like 5. Still took a couple of days to dig out, but look at this. It's back! I really hope it doesn't collect today.
The next stop is a bookstore. We might be in there a while because I love to read.
One of the reasons we want to get out today is because the weather. It's gray, cloudy, snowy. Every now and then you just have to have a book in your hand and actually look at the book, right?
And get a snowflake in your eye.
Snowflake, ow.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Thank you. I love the fact that vinyl is back. Just need something to play it on now. So while you're looking through that book, why don't we talk about one of our videos? What did we do? 2-3 years of talking about the yard sale. We're going to check out the yard sale.
Exactly.
World's longest. And then we finally did. Turned out to be one of the best things we ever did. We knew it was going to be big, but this is the first stop, and it's just massive. You're just hoping to find some of the unusual and not the usual stuff you find at yard sales. Like, I don't know, like that. Yeah, that's different. I have to admit, there were a few yard sales we didn't stop at because they didn't look like they had eclectic kind of stuff we were looking for, so we just kept cruising on down the road, and hopefully we didn't miss anything. Can I take him home? I'll feed him. It's a little hot out here. We're trying to keep the sun off of us. It's still summer, but man, is it worth being out today. Just look at this, right here. Cigar Store Indian. Look at this old Maytag wringer washer. I think they call that a mangle where they put the clothes through. I guess that's for sale. Fire hydrant. Yeah, it's loose. You can have your very own fire hydrant for your best friend, the dog, not the other one. For those of you just checking in, it's the Off-Ramp Adventures Top 10 we're doing for our 6 years on YouTube, and we are at number 8.
And number 8 is?
Not really one of our top videos, but we really liked it.
And this is the one that we went, got amazing footage, got home, there was nothing on the card, so we went back.
Know why there was nothing on the card? Because supposedly
they say it could be haunted.
What was that? Welcome to the Benham Schoolhouse Inn in the heart of Appalachian coal mining country in Benham, Kentucky. From its inception in 1928 with only minor renovations, it stands in mostly its original state. This 1928 schoolhouse that went from elementary to high school is no longer a high school. It's an inn, and yeah, they say it's haunted. We didn't really know that it was haunted, and honestly, this is not the first time we came to the Benham Schoolhouse Inn. We came here a few months ago and did all this great photography. Photography. Got and checked it and thought, okay, let's go home. Went home, put the SD card in the computer, and it was totally blank. Just so you know, no haunting stuff has been happening as of yet. Oh, that's her. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
What? You scared me?
I was listening for ghost sounds. They do have a dining room here at Benham, and it's closed right now, but they will let you in. It's got a 24-hour Keurig that'll brew you anything you want in their little spiral thing. But how cool would it be to sit here and have breakfast in the morning?
Love this picture. Look at this little boy. You know, he might have actually worked in the mine with his dad. We don't know. Just great. It's like they have a little mini museum here in the schoolhouse.
Okay, we wrapped up videoing for today. We're gonna go to bed in just a little bit. We're gonna see how the night goes, and if anything happens, we'll let you know. Number 5 on the list was a place we heard about, had to check out. We weren't for sure it was real. We found out it was. Went to Indiana and found this monster of a drive-in that was awesome.
Welcome to the Holiday Drive-In in Rio, Indiana.
When I say it's a monster, I mean it is a monster. 6 different screens. We are here, ready to movie. Once we find the right screen. Not quite sure how to get there. I see it.
We don't know how to get there. I think you take a left.
No, take a right.
Oh, right.
You gotta take a right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a small screen, so...
Go one more.
One more, okay. Just don't want to knock down the pole. We're gonna give you a little walking tour. If you've got stuff you can actually look at. What is that? Bathrooms?
Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna try to find out. Gotta do something before dark. The sun is slowly sinking in the west.
You know, I feel like I'm actually in somebody's backyard. So as you come up this road right here, we are heading into, oh gosh, wait.
Look at this.
Squirrel.
Look at this. This is one of those from like the 1950s, 40s, those old lights they used to have at the drive-in. Sorry about that.
I don't remember drive-ins having all these trees.
Look at this back in here. Look at this. That's the cool one.
It really is.
Look at this. It's almost like it's not a drive-in.
So we're pretty far away from where we came from, but 3 is over there.
Okay.
And 4 is over there behind the trees.
We're at 6.
Okay, so we gotta go back that
6
way.
is that way.
Yeah. 5 is over here by all the houses.
While other drive-ins are dying and fading away, this one's growing. Imagine that. That's cool. For those of you who have been watching us for quite a while should know that drive-ins are kind of a thing with us. This is no longer a drive-in, it's now 7-Up. The theater part is long gone. The drive-in was here since 1948. Left the sign, I think that is awfully cool. Oh, hey, glad you could make it. Thanks for taking the off-ramp to adventure. Today, we're taking you to the movies. At the drive-in. One thing about the drive-in, you can always bring your own snacks and things like that, but there's nothing quite like having the concession stand popcorn and the pickle. But this might have been how tailgating started. But you take the family to the drive-in theater, see a first-run movie, and sit on your tailgate. Back then they had station wagons. Now we have SUVs and CUVs, but it looks like we're going to Snack Bar. Gotta get some video. Look at this. Georgetown drive-ins in history.
We'll get out for you, and that's all up on the board up there.
Okay.
We have nachos and tattoos with cheese.
All right, thank you. Let's see what you got.
Got the cheeseburger. You can tell it's been sitting for a while, but you know, it's okay.
It's pretty fresh,
It's
actually.
a drive-in cheeseburger, but the fries are really crisp. You guys come down, you gotta try these. Really good. You see that little booth over there? The little white booth? That is traditionally where the film was shown from. Of course, it's digital nowadays. Not sure how they do that, but that would be the little room where the projectionist would stay. Waiting for the screen to get dark enough for the big show to come on. Seriously, it's kind of like a culture that you've got to get into. Here we are, all nice and relaxed, and in true movie fashion at the drive-in, classic rock and roll.
Our number 2 video was really different for us. You know, we had no idea that what would happen after this video would make such a difference.
It was a Vision Quest road trip for us. This once in a lifetime thing, this person we could maybe meet.
Exactly.
And 2 months later, they passed away. We're going to see a legend. Actually going to their house. Funny thing is, this legend has no idea we're about to show up at their front door. We are where Ms. Loretta Lynn lives. One of the legends of country music for maybe, what, 60 years now? Okay, this is actually the replica of Loretta Lynn's Butcher Holler house, but it looks so original. History. See Loretta Lynn's tour bus. It says it's got 3 million miles on it. That's according to the old driver, Jim Webb. Oh, wow. Air conditioning. This is actually on.
Curtains. She's got her name up there. This was her room. Looks like she liked to read about Mel Tillis. Love that. And here are some of her 8 tracks. Do you know that she wrote most of her songs in this Cadillac?
Really?
Yeah, just going back and forth from town and back.
You gotta do something while you're driving, right?
Oh, she went driving?
Well, that was texting back then.
That's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
so there you go. Look at this. Look at the love. Look at the love.
So this is the alpaca farm. I don't know if you can see it, but they're eating, and then the very far shed on the right is, there's a bunch of them out today. Wow.
And there's tours.
So if you see the sign here, I don't know, they haven't been here very long, maybe a couple years, but you can take a tour, pet the alpacas. They also have a souvenir shop.
Okay, our biggest video has to do with those of you who like fancy rides. Customized cars, muscle cars. We got the Bluegrass World of Wheels coming to Louisville the first time, and it was massive. And it comes back every year. We try to make it, but our first time was a big video. Check this out. Can you believe this is a dually? Is this a dually? No. It just got ultra thick tires on it, and it's a dump truck. Okay, I was going to ask you, what is one thing about this car that no one knows, but you just told me?
Yeah, my dad and my uncle raced a Henry J in the late 60s, and that's what gave me the love of it. My dad's helmet is up here, and a picture of a certificate he won for winning at Bullock Speedway, and this is his car.
Back in the day.
Yep, back in the day.
My sister had this car,
Okay.
and you know, it's a classic.
Yeah.
When I was driving it, I was following her in another car, and I hit a mailbox.
So we bring in the haul from the car, and ready to wrap this whole thing up. Just want to thank you guys for joining us for our 6-year anniversary.
We've really had fun today looking back on the 10 that we really wanted to pick to show you all. There's so many more. We hope that you'll go back and check out some of the older ones.
Yeah, if you would, guys, like, subscribe. If you're subscribed, would you make sure you're still subscribed, because some folks become unsubscribed. We've got a bunch of videos, a bunch of playlists to check out. Gonna leave some links down in the bottom. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us. As always, remember, adventure is as close as the next off-ramp.
See you in the next one.